Hello and welcome back to Confessions of a Gamer Girl podcast. I'm your host, Doom Cutie, and this is episode 19. Ooh, my days.
Dang. Getting there.
It certainly is getting there. And who has arrived, I should say, is we have the lovely Shay.
Hello.
Looking as angelic as always. So if you are listening, you're missing out because on video, a vision, honestly.
In person, a nightmare.
Hey, look,
I am
some people are into that.
You know, I dress like a passable woman, and then I am a gremlin. Everyone's happy.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the effervescent Ellie, who's a little bit less bubbly today, but it's okay because her fab background is giving. It's serving.
Yes.
I love it.
It's just between the two of you. I don't know how I'm gonna live. Hey,
I took the curtain inspiration from you, Doom. I got myself some what would you say, like velour curtains, maybe?
Velour.
Yes,
I have little
good for sound.
Hold on here. You can't see them because they're blurred. But you know,
my curtains
you have. They're very sad.
Basic bitch curtains.
You need Pokemon curtains.
They came with the rental. Okay, they're actually probably covered in cat fur, but we're not going to look that close. And you're right. We do need probably Pokemon ones. You're not wrong.
It suits the vibe. Yes. I thought my new setup might help me escape the flu by staying inside, but I was on death's door yesterday. No joke. Like yesterday morning, I thought I was going to die, and then I went back to bed after sleeping like 12 hours, and I slept another 5 hours, and I felt a bit better, and I feel a bit better today. But you know when you're just like, nah, it's not over yet. That's what I'm dealing with. And it's going on 2 weeks of I had a cold and then I got a smidge better, but like only a smidge. And now I think I have the flu and or a virus. So yay me. But that is why I sound how I sound.
You sound just fine because you're here, and the chat is very happy that you're here. Mostly Dolphin. He's a big Ellie fan. It's okay. It's not like I'm here or anything. That's fine.
I have indeed Pokemon curtains. I just want to point that out very quickly.
Oh, she's Google.
I'm on it. I'm already on it. Dolphin, I need an art piece of me with my new Pokemon curtains. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, they're all looking a bit tacky, and that one's just straight up an owl. But you know, that's fine. I'll get back to it. I'll let you know how it goes.
I look forward to hearing more about your haberdashery experience.
I found a set. It's the starters, and they put the line straight through Bulbasaur. What have they done to my boy? Anyway,
you know, it's been school holidays. Yes. For those of you that have children, and good evening, everyone in the chat. Thank you for being here, and everyone listening. And it's just been school holidays. So if you're a parent who has a child in school, you will know that this is like you're kind of guilted into enjoying it because it's like you work all the time. You should miss your kid, right? It's like, yes, I do. But also, well, yes, that's one thing. And strawberries and eggs are like $10 each for one strawberry. No, anyway, pretty much. And no, but also they, you know, at school they're like constantly being stimulated, right? So I was like, okay, so I've got to do stuff. Anyway, what does this have to do with Bulbasaur? Well, took the took the girls to a very magical place attached to a bowling alley and a mini golf and a laser tag and an escape room. It was pretty cool.
It's got it all going on.
Yeah,
Where can I go?
when you come to Perth, I'll take you. Very easy. It's very fun. And they had in the arcade section, right? They had this like all these cool like redeemable stuff, right, for your tickets. And you don't actually get tickets anymore. You get like it on the card, So
it's less fun.
better for the environment.
It's better for the environment, even though paper's recyclable, but anyway.
But I like to keep them and put them somewhere where I'm definitely going to find them again, and then I find them 10 years later when I no longer think that arcade exists. It's very important.
Yeah,
it's a
and I'm going to leave them in all my pockets, and my kids are going to leave them in their pockets, and then it's going to go through the wash.
Yes, perfect. And they're going to be significantly more degradable than you thought.
Yes.
On everything.
Or you could lose the card and lose hundreds of tickets. But I personally would like a shared card because I didn't like having to like go around to all the things. And anyway, moving on. This particular place, it's called Archie Brothers, I think, and they have cool redeemable toys, like genuinely. And there was a table of large and small Pokemon ready for adoption. And I was very excited about that. And my daughter, Clara, got enough tickets for one of these lovely Pokemon. And I thought she was, and she picked up Pikachu. And I was like, yeah, like Pikachu. Cool. Like
basic.
Basic.
Did you just call her basic? Like, so boring.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that.
Basic, nice. Yes.
Not this time. You do the gentle parenting approach, and you say, "Oh, look at this one. Oh, that's very." That's the gentle parenting. And she was like, good. "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh, there's only 2 Bulbasaurs. Oh, and she was like, "Actually, I'm going to pick Jigglypuff."
Oh,
I was like,
"Oh, Miss Jiggly."
To be fair, right, Jigglypuff has some sass, so like it's respectable.
But I also realized I nailed it at Space Invaders. I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, I got the high score. I got 250 tickets for like getting.
You can elbow drop everybody who comes near that thing so you can protect it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, or you could just continue winning, but like you can do both.
People who hog arcade machines, especially adults, need to just get a life because it's just embarrassing.
Was there many of them?
Whatever that one is that like pushes the coins forward.
That's like tipping point though. Like it's a full-on gambling thing. It's really big in the UK at the moment, so it makes sense that people just sit there hoping for
the shinies
fall. Yeah.
Yes. So I did not appreciate that.
I'm really grateful that you tried to convert your kids to Bulbasaur. I really respect that. He is, of course, the wisest decision. But, Jigglypuff isn't bad, right? She sings you to sleep and then draws on your face, and that just has sass energy, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. It's not my favorite, but that means more Bulbasaurs for me, and I'm okay with that.
True. Very true.
But you can Bulbasaur that I don't have. He's a sleeping one, and it's next on my list.
Large sleeping Bulbasaur. Watch out. Shay's coming for you. Run. She wants to lock you up in her gaming room and tie you to a chair.
Oh, they're not tied down. They're crushed beneath the weight of the world. It's different.
And the axolotls.
Yes, and that paleo cow thing. He's like real big.
I didn't know paleo made stuffed animals. There you go. Yeah. Lovely. Well, I must say we're coming off the back of our birthday episode, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
It brought out the competitiveness in all of us, I think. It was a good time. I think some of us lost ourselves.
It was very revealing. It's still available to watch if you haven't watched it.
I was still me. So that should tell you enough, really. Yeah. But it was a longer period of time with me. I'm so sorry.
It was it 3 hours?
It was actually. We ended up going for a while and just like naturally had a good time. It was lovely.
Yes. It's amazing. And yes, and so thank you. A shout out to everyone who came along to that. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do some more things like that in the future. And yeah, Ellie, you've been on death's door apparently this week. But what games would you recommend for someone who's dying of a cold?
Anything that's like quick and snappy and just familiar. Like I have not even bothered. I've been thinking about what games I want to do and replay. I've been craving playing Oxenfree 2. I really enjoyed Oxenfree. But I actually had to cancel my stream on Monday night because I was just obviously feeling more and more unwell. And like I said, Tuesday morning, barely came out alive.
I genuinely thought I'd missed it somehow, and I was like, ow! I'm very happy that's not the case.
Did not occur.
Yeah, it's just sad, isn't it? Because it's something I enjoy, and I get to combine like streaming, which I really love, and playing video games. And it's kind of like a 2-for-1. It's like 2 birds, 1 stone. Like you get to do something that you really enjoy. And so it is a bummer giving up. But I think that in this post-COVID environment, it's really easy to be a bit more like softer on yourself when it comes to sicknesses and things, and it's easier to be like, you know what, I don't want to be around other people and I don't want to be infecting other people, and so it's easy to kind of take a step back. And even then, even though, you know, streaming's from your household, it is a bit easier now to say, you know what, I don't feel okay, I'm not going to be, you know, my usual self. I'd rather just not, you know, not rock up. Like I want to give my 110% each time, most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
110% tonight, ladies. But you do, you know, have the branding that you want to continue. So thankfully I felt, you know, I think a few years ago I would have felt a bit more guilty. But it did also really nail down that I really want a Portal because I really wanted to game in bed. I really wanted to be in bed.
She wanted to 360 those kids while she was lying down in bed.
Literally, I just wanted to just really, So I haven't really been picking up much, but it really, I need a handheld.
You need the gaming bed. You need the nerdy gaming bed. You're like,
no, it's too big. I can't sit here staring at like a massive screen.
You could put it in the garage. You could put it in your little space.
Just scream from the bed, like, what up, nerds?
Oh my God.
You could have bed cam. Bed cam.
Yes.
I mean, look, I think it'll get me quite a few subscribers, so can't be mad.
There you go, and you get to be comfy.
Hey Ellie, what's under those sheets?
Yeah,
it'll be
pulls out her fucking grotty feet, like
it'll be Twitch bait if I ever I've seen it. Like gaming in bed, come join me for a snuggle. Like I can see the titles now.
You're like, there's a fucking burrito in your nerd best, and you're like,
oh yeah, you've got like a footy and a doona, and there's like a mountain of tissues next to you.
Fluffy socks.
Are you in my bedroom like right now? Like that's literally like I was sleeping in my hoodie. That's how unwell you are when you know your bones are cold. Like I was sleeping in my hoodie and I had so many tissues next to me and it was just disgusting. But yeah, it really solidified that I want a little handheld, a little screen, not a big one. And I think that you know, there's lots of sales going on at the moment. But to be fair, PlayStation and Xbox super rarely go on sale, and apparently it's because, you know, companies buy wholesale, like say JB Hi-Fi and all of those tech stores buy in wholesale bulk. Their wholesale price is really not much of a discount at all, so they don't have much of a margin where they then can give a break to the consumer. So that there's a pretty obvious reason as to why we don't see all those fun things come on sale that often. I think the Portal is a part of that at the moment. But I do believe the Backbone at the moment is on sale. I think I saw it on sale at Big W even. So that's an option. But my phone, I don't know. I'm not really a phone gamer.
Get a Switch, Ellie. Get a Switch.
I do need to get a Switch because I really want to play Mario Wonder. Ever since I saw it at PAX last year, it's been something I want to play.
Your little boy will play with you.
No,
in
like
push him over. A year.
Come play
I was going to say,
Mario Party with me. No, fuck that off.
It's Mama's time.
Mario Kart Mario Party with me. Thank you.
But I will
Stream.
say this is
Where's mine?
You're coming to Doom.
Wow.
You
This is a bit
I invited you before.
bit hot and spicy. Mario Kart is superior on the Wii. I played it on the Switch.
You're not wrong. Okay,
it's just not as good.
I'm just gonna say I need the updated version because it has more tracks. I'm not saying you're wrong because I love it. But the Switch, unfortunately, oh thank you, honey. The Switch, unfortunately, is just it's not a vibe anymore, and that makes me sad. Oh hi Tank. Okay, everybody's visiting. Excellent. But you know, it's what we've got, and I'm afraid you're just gonna have to hang out and play with me. It's the only way.
Yes,
Tank tries, but he doesn't have thumbs, so.
That is hard. Gaming is becoming accessible. Maybe we can find him some paw-friendly controllers. But yes, the Switch 2 is coming out, but I am a cheap as chips lass, and I would be more inclined to wait for that to come out so I can buy secondhand consoles more than I'd buy the Switch 2.
Look, you could dip your toes in with a Switch Lite. If it's just for you.
Oh, to be fair, that would be smart, right? If you're looking for more budget options and like screw playing it on the telly, like I play.
You can actually stream your Twitch Lite though. That's the only trouble. So if you end up playing your streaming games you're playing, I think you need the actual like proper, so you can plug it in and use HDMI.
Because you need the HDMI,
yeah, because you got to get a capture card. If there's a way around it, I don't know. Awesome, but from what I understand, you got to get the traditional one otherwise.
And also to play online, you need to subscribe to Nintendo Online, which is I think $9 a month.
Isn't it crazy? That was the wildest thing when I first started gaming on the internet, that you had to pay to connect your device to the internet. Like no other kind of tech thing requires you to do that. But gaming, it's like, pay us. Like, why not? And I'm pretty sure you don't have to access Fortnite. I think Fortnite's free, even if you don't have like PS Plus or whatever you need. But I don't know. I find that a bit cheeky, don't you? Like, hey,
I was so mad when I first found out, and it's absolutely what drove me to gaming instead, because I was like, why should I have to pay to use a thing that I already pay to have? That's not awesome.
Yeah, price gouging.
These servers don't look after themselves, Shay. Okay.
No, but
this is a live service.
Never go on sale. I assure you, look after Nintendo quite well. So
look, these people aren't here to lose money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they just did because I chose PC gaming instead as a direct result. So, like, what now?
There you go. It's all about the money. What can I say? Shay.
Yes.
League of Legends?
Okay, yeah, cool. So I told people that if they came and hung out, I'd get to tell them about the new thing I'm doing that was literally under embargo until 5 p.m. today. That 5 p.m. has paused! It's 8:30! Okay, I can talk about it. So, I have been accepted into the Green Hearts creator thingy. They are the makers of Tavern Keeper. So you guys would have seen this game at PAX. You would have seen it at like a whole bunch of Queensland game shows and stuff. I get early access. I've literally currently got a build to play with tomorrow night. I've been looking.
She's gonna be a tavern wench.
I'm gonna be tavern goblin. Gosh.
Sorry.
I can also be a halfling. Yeah. But no, I'm so excited. It looks so cute. I really I knew stuff about it beforehand because I've been following it for years. These are the same guys who made Game Dev Tycoon, which was superb as well. Like, really tight gameplay loops, and like love it. So they've taken this game, they've made this, and they're like, we really wanted that like really fun like mobile game feel, but without the predatory transactions and stuff like that. So there's none of that. You buy the game, you've got the game, you're good. But they have the ability to make things like, I'm talking like you can construct a table or whatever, like your own custom one for your tavern, and then you can share it with people. So think Sims level of sharing new stuff. I'm so excited, and they've got like stuff in there just for creators and things like that. So I'm so keen to play it tomorrow night on stream. I have been playing a bot ton of League. I've been playing V Rising and stuff, so all the usual really good stuff. But this one I've been very excited about. And then on Sunday, I actually have a charity stream coming up. So it's a charity stream for Australian kids who come from less than ideal backgrounds and end up in foster homes. And this is something that's quite close to my heart, as that was me as a kid. So yeah, I got like some badass stuff happening this week. I'm very excited about it. So yeah.
Love to see it, Shay. Love to see it, girlfriend. Regards to me,
yeah.
what am I doing?
Yeah, what you doing?
I have been I have a confession.
Ooh, spicy.
What you got?
I've been hiding offline on Xbox, so people don't disturb me when I'm playing Mass Effect.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Okay?
No, that's reasonable.
Mass Effect. That's something I have never kind of ventured into.
I must say, I did try to play it. I'm gonna say like middle of last year, I think, and I just wasn't in the right mood or something like that. And not that this is a particularly like, I don't know, it's not going to make you sad or anything, but I just, it's like a really long game, and like the thought of playing a game that people have sunk 300 hours into was just not the vibe. But you can. You can if you want to. You don't have to. You can just follow the story, but the dialogue is so good and the relationships are so good, and you actually carry all of your decisions over to the following games. So if you decide not to, so if you decide to save someone, kill someone, not talk to someone, you could potentially miss out on unlocking characters for the following game, or they're not going to be there either. So
oh no,
I know.
I love it and hate it at once. Oh my god.
And Femme Shepherd. So you can play a boy or a girl, right? But they're named Shepherd. That's their name. And yeah, Femme Shepherd. She is fine, and she can just get anyone that she wants because you can romance people.
People love that in games. Hey, romancing people. Yeah, it sounds so stressful. It really does.
Yeah. I mean, like it's fine if I just have to give them like a set gift that I know they like, but if it comes to like actual, like if I had to form the actual words myself, I will bomb so hard. Okay, I'm not that kind of person. I would just rock up and be like, "Hey, I like your face."
And like, no, there's options for you. There's options for you.
I would die otherwise.
So the dialogue is actually good in that, and there's kind of like a more what is it? It's like you can have like a more aggressive approach to the game, or you can have like a really like straight kind of like rule following way of the game. And then there's just neutral. So, and usually there's like three choices, and the top one is like straight and polite, and then the middle one is just like kind of like average, and then the bottom one's usually like a little bit more inflammatory. And then as you Paragon versus Renegade, thank you very much. I don't use those kinds of words in every day, so there you go. So if you're more Paragon, you're more of a straight edge, and if you're more Renegade, you're more of a, you just do whatever you want. But then as you unlock, as you unlock different parts of your like skills, which obviously takes time, and as you go through different missions and things like that, you will add to those skills. So it's actually, it's a quite intuitive kind of system. And some of the politics, it's like, this decision, like what I actually do, I don't want to kill this person because, if I don't save this person, then they're not going to be in the next one. Like, what is that going to mean for these other people? And like, I found out about this thing about one of the people that I care about.
Consequences to your actions.
Yeah. Oh no. How dare a game do that to me?
It's so rare, right? Usually in games, it's like, I'm going to bust you in with my sword, I'm going to kick some shit down. I don't know who that was, but they're dead now. Yeah! And like, it's all good, and it's not really a problem. So on the rare times where games are like, oh, you did that, did you? Let's see how that plays out for you. And you're like, no.
Wait, what? No, this person hates me.
Yeah, like, why would they do that? Oh, I killed their sibling? Oh, yeah, fair enough.
And okay, this game was made in 2007. Okay, so it has had a remaster, so it's better looking. but like,
we love a remaster. Love technology for that. Like, no offense to the old
so
graphics,
good.
nostalgia only goes so far, I reckon.
Look, yeah, I mean the gun and the vehicle and all that kind of stuff. We don't talk about that. We talk about the richness of the story and the characters, a character-driven experience. But I can see why this is like an actual cult. Like there are people out there that are just like so into this game, and I think I might be becoming one. So anyway, I've despite that, I've also been doing a lot of preparation for PAX. I've been doing some applications and some talking to people and all kinds of
Where's
stuff.
our panel? I want a panel. I didn't get invited to any, and I asked around for some. So we're gonna make our own panel. All right,
Okay.
so with blackjack and maybe hookers. I don't know. We'll
The
see how
panel
it
for
goes.
people who didn't get into a panel.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah, we'll be like, hi, we're the people who didn't get into panels. Now let's talk about our feelings on that.
And everyone just takes turns of like complaining of like all the stuff that they do in gaming and why they deserve to be on a panel.
I was actually thinking a more like base emotional response, right? So as it goes, like people just cry in order until one person just like, I don't know, sneezes, and then
Oh,
that was my thought on it. But we can workshop. We can workshop.
I love this Wii.
Routine, dude. You're stuck now.
I think I might be full. Look, I'll let you know. I'll let you know, Shay.
Dude, why don't we see you at PAX? All right.
No,
watching you, buddy.
Secret panel behind the convention center. Oh well,
next to the dumpsters. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
for
about
like
that.
echo and stuff, you know. If you find an old mattress, it'll be great.
I say Shay just rushes the stage. Just jump on one of the random stages.
Like honestly, I probably could. And if I know enough of the panelists, they might just expect it. So
yeah,
you know, I'm just saying, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I may get tackled.
Oh my days. Just so you know, we always conduct ourselves in a professional manner at all times.
Oh shit.
Shh. I can't mute you, but shh. Let's get into the actual topic that I wanted to talk about today. After half an hour of us yabbering on, but Xbox. Okay, I'm an Xbox girly, but apparently you're not going to. You're not even going to need a console to play Xbox. In July, the Xbox app will be available on the Fire TV Stick 4K Max, and the Fire TV Stick 4K. For people new to console gaming or those looking for another way to play, it's a great low-cost, convenient and portable option to enjoy a huge library of incredible games. To get started, a boxless Xbox. To get started, players just need a Fire TV stick, a Bluetooth-enabled wireless controller, and an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate membership to gain instant access to hundreds of phenomenal games.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is a Fire Stick? Is this actual stick on fire?
Amazon has created a Fire Stick. It looks like a USB.
I was thinking it was going to be USB because it needs the controller access. Yeah, which is it's absolutely awesome for me because one of the things when I haven't just had the jump to get an Xbox is I would really want the disced Xbox, which I believe is the Series X. And she's chunky. She's so chunky, and I have nowhere to put that in my TV unit.
Not as big as a PS5.
No, of course it is because it's a big rectangle. Whereas the PlayStation 5, it's flat.
No. Okay. The X is a.
Oh no, we've got the competition happening. Oh shit.
It's square. Okay, it's square. It's a square prism. And it's it's small. It's small. It's smaller than that, and it's not as tall as the boat of a PlayStation.
It's not as tall, but it's wider.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's the hard part, because it doesn't matter about the width, it matters about the height when you're putting stuff in a TV unit. That's my problem. And I can't put something on top of my TV unit because I have, gremlins living in my house that touch stuff that they're not into. So I have to have stuff that gets shoved in little things like my TV unit. So for me, I will take a little dongle over the console until I can buy myself a console in a couple of years, because I've almost collected every single PlayStation. I just need a PS3, and then I want to continue my Xbox collection too, because I've got my Xbox ones moving on and I don't have an X, so I need to do that, but I just don't have space.
I just realized in your background, in your fantastic new background, you have little light up planets and stuff. And I've just realized what I'm missing in mine. I need light up dinosaurs. You're so right. I don't know why I didn't think this earlier.
You could get could get them at PAX, right?
Probably. Okay, probably. Yeah. I need a way to really illuminate my absurd obsession. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I was also distracting from the Xbox versus PlayStation war there.
No, that wasn't actually the point of like my discussion, because you can connect an Xbox wireless controller, you can connect an Xbox adaptive controller, a PlayStation DualSense, or a DualSense 4 controller with your Fire Stick. So it's not necessarily
so you
just
still get to have the joy of like your amazing collection of controllers. You just don't have to have the big box.
Yes. But they do this with the cloud gaming. That's the reason behind this. So it will, I don't know honestly how actually useful this is going to be for people who ordinarily play on a console. Like, I would love to have one. Like, if my girls could play without a console, that'd be great for me. But I don't think our internet is good enough for this, because you're relying on not having to download the game, but you download it in pieces as you play or as they play.
And you play maybe via the cloud.
Via the cloud. So, like, I get it. I think it's a really cool idea. I just, look, it might be able to handle Peppa Pig, but is it is it going to handle, Call of Duty's, the total amount at the moment is what, 300 and something gigabytes, the whole thing. So, I mean, is this something that is actually going to be done really well in Australia, or are we going to?
Yeah, just because we have the most heinous internet, I can't see that going particularly well for Australians. I think overseas, where people have better internet connections and just in general better setups, but I just don't know how that could work in Australia, considering having my computer literally with the stupid little connecty wire that runs blue shit through my fucking house. That is directly connected up, and I still have problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
We're kind of forgotten in that respect. That these products aren't necessarily for us. But was the Fire Stick something beforehand, or has this been sort of like a collaboration with Microsoft to kind of bring this to gamers? Because my question there is, if it's already a withstanding product, then maybe it would have more backing than something that's, brand new for Microsoft for this kind of idea. But it's almost like the idea of what essentially the Portal is, because the Portal, it is connecting through Wi-Fi to then turn on your console to then play through the internet. And it's all well and good, but you can't play that on a train. Like, you can't play a game where you're bouncing off the signals of phone towers as you go. Like, the internet's just not strong enough for that. And with the Fire Stick, it sounds like it almost will have sort of a similar issue. Like, if you're in a hotel, you can't even like scroll TikTok on hotel Wi-Fi, let alone play a cloud game. Like, that to me is whack. And what's the primary target? What's the primary demographic for this sort of gaming technology? Is it the person on the move? Is it the person that's in a smaller apartment, so they can't afford, like they can't afford the space, but they can't afford the cost of such a big console? Like, knowing where they're coming from and what they're trying to support the gamers for would really demonstrate what the Fire Stick can and can't do.
I would like to point out my absolute disappointment as well. I clicked on the link that Doom put in the chat for the Fire Stick. It is in fact boring USB. There was no fire involved. And
there was no fire. No.
It should be
wasn't
orange.
even really any sticks. Like, I was expecting at least a Minecraft torch, okay? I have been let down, and as a result, I no longer want one. Thank you.
It should be at least orange. Come on.
Thank you.
Well, it is from Amazon, and I think people just want it to blend in really and be quite seamless. But all I can say is the remote is tiny, and I'm probably going to lose that in 5 seconds. Also, what is Wi-Fi 6E? Supports Wi-Fi 6E. Is this the next? Because we have 5G. What is it going to be? 6G? 6E?
I'm scared that admitting to the fact that I've never even heard of that before is going to paint me as a boomer. I don't like.
Well, I haven't either. But the whole idea behind it was that you could stream the movies and TV episodes straight for like Amazon Prime. So it has always been a thing, and that's the reason why it's like $60 off at the moment, because probably Australians just don't use it. Because we have smart TVs that already have that in there, like similar to like the Chromecast, for example. Like I said, the only reason why, if my internet was good, I could have it on another TV without having to buy an additional console. So yeah, until our internet catches up, I just don't think it's I don't think it's a feasible option.
And I think I feel like we're a bit harsh on the internet. Like, we're not living in the dark ages. We can still click on websites and they load straight away. You can still be streaming YouTube and it streams flawlessly, and depending on your technology, 4K. Like, it still is fantastic in the grand scheme of things. It's just because we know what we can have. And I would argue it's more strength than speed. With our issue as well. So it's what it can do. It's the power of it, how many products that we can have running at once. And, especially with the world turning to streaming, like video is a lot of pressure on the internet, especially when Australian families have households now that have children watching and then teenagers watching and then them and their husband, like them and their partners watching. Like, there's a lot going on in the households that put strain on the internet that it just can't withstand. Like, even with my internet is quite supported and probably as good as it probably could be before we go into Elon Musk territory. But it's just there's always going to be gaps and there's always going to be holes until we catch up. We're on an island. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe all the sea creatures are eating away at our wires. Who knows? Maybe we'll get there. I knew
it was the fucking fish, honestly.
It's
sketchy
the
little
narwhals.
weirdos. No, the narwhals are all right, They know where it's at. The fish, though, sketchy little buggers. Don't trust them. They'll nibble your toes.
Never trust a fish.
They will nibble. They're toe freaks. So
they are.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see where we land in maybe 40 years. If we're still out here on the interwebs and using it at the strength that we need it, we'll
hey, look, you catch me in the retirement home with my Fire Stick, plugging it in to the TV there. I won't need. I'll be sneaking that in.
You know what I mean? Absolutely. Hey, I'm
keep that one away from the TV.
They'd be like, oh my god, you didn't have any kids, who's gonna come visit you? And I'm like, no one, so I can game. Don't talk to me.
I have Sims children.
Yes. God, relax, okay? I've retired. Now I get all the gaming time, okay? You're not understanding the happiness that I feel.
Oh,
I got doing fair my lip gloss. Yes.
Okay. So, and this is probably, this is just,
Totally what?
Or hold on, before we move on, Big Daddy Rayco, Wi-Fi 6E is the higher bandwidth up to 6 gigahertz. Where currently we're only at 5 gigahertz, so higher packages of data and speed transfer. Thank you. Amazing. I love that. I was just thinking, just then for a second. So obviously you can have children in The Sims. And
okay, cool. I'm glad we clarified that. Like, yeah, you can have those if you want, I guess.
yeah. And, you know, like maybe in some like pet games, like, you know, you can breed animals and things like that. But like, I wonder if this is because, you know, gaming has been mostly, you know, male focused, male gaze. You can't have babies in many games. Like, even if you romance.
Yeah, but is that the procreating aspect where they don't want to show the woohoo?
It's the programming aspect, like because
when you have to generate a whole new character.
Yeah. So like, say Stardew Valley for an example, right? You can have children, but they never grow up past being children. So it's essentially like a little Peter Pan business going on. And the reason for that,
what? I didn't know this.
You can have kids, and there'll be a baby, and then there'll be a kid, but they never grow any like bigger. All right, so there's very few games that really do that because of the amount of programming that's involved, and also like, where do they then fit in the world? Like, what do you do with them? They don't fit into the story. They don't fit into the gameplay. Like, for Sims, you do, because obviously your gameplay has a variety of ways to be. So you will usually play the next generation, and you'll go on, and like that's how you continue your lineage. But in Stardew Valley, you're the only character. You don't ever pass on the play, nothing like that. So they're pointless little props, and
they just move away.
Great. Yeah,
no, once they move out, so they're an NPC, like while they exist in your place of living, or whatever that might be, and then once they reach adulthood, they just move away, and then they just become like a random, you know, every now and again.
Yeah, it could be a cool way to do it. There's some games where it's based on like the royal line, and so when you die, you play your kid. So there's a couple of games like that, but I think that parenthood and child having in general, it can be such a touchy topic, and there's so much that goes into it that I think it's generally avoided because that's a whole ass thing.
Because you have to have the sex. Is that why?
No, I don't think that is. I think it's legitimately having to program an NPC that still reacts in a manner that is applicable to how people would want to play their game.
Well, okay, so all right. So you're this character, you like work on skills, like maybe there's skill tree, personality trees, whatever. Maybe there's like hidden underlying personality trees for the NPC that, or like the person that you woohoo with, for lack of a better word. And then that like does maths and then calculates how a person with an average of those things, and then it becomes that new character.
Yeah. And in games where that's a focus, absolutely. But in games where it's not, wouldn't that just be additional stuff to do that may not actually benefit the main gameplay mechanic?
Look, if I want a little tiny baby, all right, on my ship, on the freaking, then
which ship?
Any space.
Oh, okay. Sorry, any ship. My bad. I don't think babies like ships, to be honest, though.
Get used to it.
Oh, okay, cool. And then they won't be able to walk on land because they'll have like the funny little leggies.
The sea legs.
It's the fucking fish, I told you.
We land all the time. What do you mean?
Oh,
I put a baby seat in the in the rover.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see them at that point. But
like, I'm not against it. I'm just talking from the game side. But if you want babies in your game, you get some. Maybe you can reskin a monkey or something. You know, it's like the same size. And there's plenty of monkeys on ships.
I don't.
And they're cute. What? You can totally reskin that as a baby, and it can sit on your shoulder.
Hey, look, you just don't have that character profile in your thing. You're nurturing your motherly.
Oh, I do. I have cats.
To cats, but not to humans. You don't like humans.
No. Humans are sketchy as fuck, dude. They're below fish. All right, I'm just saying. Probably trust a fishy.
But she just said that fish are sketchy. There you go. I know where I stand. That's
it's where humanity stands. It's not just you. It's okay.
Yes, no, do not trust Shay to hold your baby.
God, no, the amount of people that like know I'm like this and full on thrust babies at me, like, hold it.
You know how people get powers when they're in moments of stress? That's how your maternal gene is just going to get turned on one day. You're going to hold a baby and be like,
it revs my anxiety through the roof. I'm like, I'm so sorry, little human. You didn't want this. I didn't want this, but your parent's an idiot. I'm so sorry. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm down to be a cool aunt, right? But then I can give them back. Yeah. I like that bit. I'll give them all the chockies and the loud things. I give them all the little cuddles, and then I give them back. That's not my problem anymore.
Look, I respect it. Yes, and
you gotta have the cool aunt that you go to that you can talk to. Okay, it's very important. Yeah,
sure thing. We
do
love
you
that.
need a cool aunt right now?
Oh, for me, yes.
Yeah.
Me.
See, exactly.
I need a cool aunt for me, not for my children. My children are
That's
fine.
okay. I can be your cool aunt too. It's all right, dude. I got you.
But I'm the oldest.
What's happening? We can have some tea. It's all right. I got you.
Although aunts can be younger than you.
It is true.
Uncles.
It's weird, but it's true.
Yes. I don't know how that works. I don't know. People
Sibling
weird.
gaps. It's weird.
Sibling gaps?
Yeah, because like, you might have like a kid who's born and then like the kid after is born 7 years later, and it's weird. Okay,
Rico's still talking about the new Wi-Fi. I've probably made him go down a rabbit hole. He's like, what? There's a new Wi-Fi?
Quite possibly, hey. He is very techie, which is quite handy. I love in chat, dolphin pants. Okay, mental note taken. Don't let Shay carry my baby. No, right. It's okay if you ask me and I say yes. That's different. If someone's like,
yeah,
hey,
but would you say yes? You wouldn't say yes.
No, if I'm close enough to the person, I say yes. That's all good. I just don't like it when colleagues and shit come in like, oh, this is so-and-so. I just had them here. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, I just wanted to do my job.
They're crazy people if they're thrusting children onto other people. That's not a thing anymore. It's all old people trying to get your hold of your baby.
The hands in the prams. No, do not put your hands in the pram.
Especially for like winter babies and stuff.
Handle your child. Like, no.
No. I was at a function once and a lady sat down next to a woman who had like, I don't know, the baby looked quite little, maybe 5-6 months. I don't know. It wasn't eating. Anyway, this old woman sits down next to this mother and the lady goes, oh, so what can baby have from my plate? And she had like crackers and cheese and cabana. And the mother's just like, nothing. And she's like, oh, are you sure? And you could tell the mother's like thinking, I'm going to fight her. She's like, no, thank you. And just like kind of turns away with the child. And I'm like,
please don't.
Old people live on their own planet. I swear. I'm like, never in a million years would I ever think to like feed someone else's child. I know. It's so weird. Like, I don't even do that with people's pets. Like, I don't even offer people's dogs treats without being like, hey, can like Fluffy have this little kibble piece?
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
I don't want to be
some
the reason
people
that your companion cocks it. That's horrible.
Right? It's so strange. Like, so many people have like allergies and shit now. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, just don't do it. Don't do it.
I love the comment that was just highlighted by Doom from Sari. No, thank you, /threateningly.
No. It's like this. It's like this. I don't have a fancy Zoomy thing, but it's like, no, thank you.
It's like, no, but see, it doesn't work on old people. They have no idea. They're like, oh, you don't mean that. That's a maybe. And you're like,
yeah,
it clearly wasn't.
They don't get social cues. They've been through many wars in which they also thought that the alarms was just a shark alarm, but on land. And they're like, oh, what's that? Oh, well, has broken out. My bad. Let me just grab, my ironing board and we'll pop off.
One day we're going to be the butt of some young female gamers.
We are already. Gen Z are tragically angry, and
they don't
the oldest Gen Alpha are now coming up and schooling the Zs, and they're like, excuse me, but we're cool though. And you're like, yeah, but you're not You're not, honey.
You are among you.
Can't even vote yet. You're not cool.
You've passed. I mean, I will give it to them. Like some millennial core is just I cringe. I really do cringe.
You know what? On
but
my
outside
Instagram
of
story
that,
the other day,
but
leave
cool.
my side part alone, okay? I need the volume in my hair. It's really thin. Don't bully me. Leave me alone.
This is why I had to get. This is why I had to get bangs, because the side part was making me look too old, and I was like, "Wow, okay."
I tried a middle part. It looks boring. I don't understand. And it
No,
looks lovely
it's
on
just-
other people. I do it, and I look like I've never seen volume in my life.
Oh,
Side parts are nice. That's a overhyped thing, I think. That's for like people with like dead straight hair that really enjoy just wet noodles, you know? Good for them. Wet noodle it up.
All right, what about the socks? I had to buy all new socks because I was aging myself with ankle socks.
I am obsessed with tube socks. I've been on that train before it was cool. I need the compression on my ankles. It's like a texture thing. And then when it came in fashion, I was like, not only am I ahead of the curve, but also, yay me. Now I can be texturally happy and be in fashion for it.
See, the thing is, right, so I thought it was just the no-show socks that were not the vibe, and that's cool. I hated those too. So I have ankle socks, and I thought I was getting lame and old, right? But I have to have like a higher back bit, otherwise the shoe digs into the back of my foot. It's in now, so I'm like, oh no, this was just fashionable. My fashionable socks, yes.
Oh yeah, but those socks are more expensive, so you're flexing. You're like, these are athlete socks. You know,
they're from like TK Maxx. I got a pack of 10 for like $3, but absolutely
no, but like,
thank you.
You can't just pick them up from, Kmart or whatever.
TK Maxx? It is a Kmart. It's just American.
We don't have.
I have little ghosts on my sockies. Oh, I'm sorry. We have several over here, and sometimes they sell little sockies with ghosts on them.
Just to be clear, this is a purely feminine experience. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I don't think dudes get shit. Don't worry about it.
We don't care about your socks. Oh, as long as they're matching.
Gamer socks the other day for my birthday last week. I got given gamer socks, and it literally says on them with the controller, "This is my gaming socks." And I was like, I'm not mad at it. You know what?
That's cute.
I can wear them when I'm about to have a game sesh. But then I stress myself. Am I supposed to be like an athlete where I don't wash them? Is it meant to bring me like all the good luck of the crowns and the loots?
You get that gunk out of your socks, my dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to wash them.
Selling it like a lot of money.
They don't need to smell like gaming socks, okay? Yeah. Like, you don't have to live up that stereotype, okay? But down the mountain doing the Doritos, back away from the smelly socks.
Yeah, let's bring the dude game-esque over on our side.
I'm already there. I'm usually rocking some like gamer juice, and I don't really like Doritos, but like I'll have some other snacky. No, I got you. Yeah.
Another business venture for Confessions of a Gamer Girl. Selling our socks.
If that was a thing, let's go. Because I play basketball and I can get them sockalicious.
I've got fluffy green and white socks at the moment, okay? They're cozy. So, we all come with our different strengths of socks. Yes.
Thank you, Ellie, for bringing up the fact it was your birthday last week. I did publicly acknowledge your birthday on the internet.
Yeah.
However, we need to sing happy birthday.
Oh, please do not. One happy birthday is sufficient enough.
Are you
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm feeling the love.
Did I acknowledge your birthday?
No, you didn't.
You just did. Thank you so much. The end. Thank you so much. I wasn't really on the interwebs. I was in urgent care most of the day with a very unwell human, so I didn't really do much. I went to Bottomless Brunch though on Sunday, which was nice. Before I got deadly sick, so
maybe that's where you got
fun.
deadly sick.
I don't like to think about that sort of thing. I don't like to think about where you catch stuff because life becomes disgusting. It's so gross, and I'm a vivid soap and warm water washer. I like to do the whole 20 seconds. Call me a freak, don't care, love my hand cleanliness. So I don't like to think about how I've gotten sick. I don't. Grosses me.
Yeah. I work obviously in higher education, and the particular building we're in has like no windows, no proper ventilation. It's a lot of computers that everybody's touching that never get cleaned. So I don't think about it. I don't touch anything, and I sanitize the shit out of my hands regularly.
Yeah. Keyboards and stuff, like controllers, things that you own, that you touch regularly, that you think is clean. I got scarred from having a teenage brother when I was a teenager too, and
You
we
sleep
had
with
a
that,
white
and we'll understand.
we had a white Xbox with a white Xbox controller. And that thing, you would look at it, and if you didn't know that it was white, you wouldn't know that it was white. Grubby, snacky little mitts across the controller. And ever
Yes.
since when I grew up and I had my own controllers, I even get
Make
in
sure they
like all the like the little grooves with like the toothpicks, I wipe them down. Don't worry about it. But when you think too much about winter and it's like, okay, but when was the last time that I wiped down my mouse or my doorknobs or my controllers? Don't think about it. Just do it. So today I had a big antiseptic wipe down of my surfaces, doorknobs, like everything you touch quite regularly.
Sick. No wonder you're sick. No big wipey downies. Go sit your ass down and snooze.
But no, my issue is I've been sick for like 3 weeks now, and it started as like a cold and then it got worse and then it got better and now I'm sick again. So I think that what's happened is, because multiple people live in my household, is someone gets ill, they bring it in, it mutates, jumps to the next person, like it's mutating constantly. So there's germs like sitting on surfaces that I just need to like get rid of and hope that like the buck stops at me. I'm hoping that I'm like the last sicko because I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I'm so over being sick and not, having nice sleepies. And maybe I'll
hate this misconception, right? That like when you're sick, it means more gaming time. I fucking wish it meant more gaming time.
Oh no, it doesn't. That's such a lie.
I know. It's like, oh, you can game now. I'm like, no, because I have to make actual informed choices in my games, and if I fuck that up, I'm gonna be mad.
And big headaches and the lights and the buttons, just doesn't work.
And you want to, right? You're like, I want to do my comfort thing while I don't feel good. But also, if I look at the screen for 2 more seconds, I'll vomit.
Yes, I think that was my big issue. Like I don't normally have headaches. I think I've only had like a whole handful in my life. But I read, I think it like exacerbated my position. But I read that when you're ill and you have headaches, the reason why they're so intense and all over is because your brain partially shrinks because of dehydration and it's pulling on your membranes. And so like the whole head is hurting. And so I had that severely, like I couldn't even take steps without my head throbbing. And I was like partially giggling that my brain had shrunk, but then also dying, but then also wishing I could just play a little bit of a game to make my soul feel better. But my soul and my body were disconnected, so I couldn't
They were not agreeing. They were warring inside. Yeah.
And you have to look after your corporal unit at times. And so I went back to bed.
Flesh sack. The flesh sack, it requires so much goddamn maintenance, okay? The design is sketchy as fuck. Like
the flesh sack be sacking, it's just get rid of it.
I know, right? Like
winter sucks.
I love winter. I'm so happy. I'm walking around strapped to shit in jackets. I'm happy.
What's the average temperature? Like what was the temperature today where you are for winter?
I think today was like a max of 18 or something. Hey, relax, okay? We get fucking hot up here and humid, okay? Leave me alone.
Yeah, I love all that. I just hate that. It's like, 7 degrees, but feels like 2. I'm like, thanks. So I get robbed of 5 degrees.
No, we have the opposite. So usually it's like, hey, 35 degrees feels like 40. Have fun. And you're like, why am I leaving my house?
Yeah, but I'm a freak. I really like my flesh burning alive and like sweaty. I don't know. I like the heat. I think I'm cold-blooded. And then you got where Doom lives, and that's just as bad.
Dry heat.
Like, look, all I'm saying, 18, like 16 to 18. Oh, we had a low of 14 today. But yeah, but it's really flat where I am. So nothing affects us. So it's just like, unless we have clouds, it's like we get really cold, like bitterly cold. The wind is bitterly cold.
Oh, and then today was a top of 16 with high winds. There you go.
It was colder here. There you go. And then in summer, the wind is like blistering hot. Like it's actually like, it feels like it's smacking you in the face because it's that hot.
And it's not very breathable either.
No.
Just they're
No.
like, why? This is air. This is meant to help me. Why does this not feel good to breathe?
Anyway,
Oh, good
we've
God.
done a lot of whinging.
Mm.
Where look, it is what it is. We all have our times. It's not a great time of year. Our vitamin D is low because we haven't got enough sun because we're Australian.
Yes.
Mine's great. This is the time of year I'm at my healthiest. I get the least migraines in winter. It's fucking great. I'm so happy.
She's so white. That's why.
It is. I reflect the sunlight. Don't look at me. I will sparkle.
Look, I said you were glowing. Angel.
Exactly.
Angel vibes.
That not a tomato.
You're not. Of course. Who called you that? I'm gonna.
Oh no, I'm a tomato in summer. Because I get too hot too
fair.
quickly, and also
Fair.
the sun so much as looks in my general direction, I'm immediately burnt. So.
Well, on that note, speaking of burning, thank you, ladies, for our second last episode of season 2. Next week, last episode for the season.
It's crazy.
And
that means
more shenanigans.
Yes, we will. And I'm hoping that next season will some exciting things. I'm hoping. So
I don't know about exciting things.
Yes.
Tell me your secrets.
We will discuss them. But yeah, hopefully a new intro video. Oh, I know you guys love this one, but I hope the next one is like even better.
Jamming out usually when you switch it over, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta be serious. Stop jamming.
Yeah. It's always been like, a really great feature of the show, and yeah, hopefully I can implement a few more really awesome things. And as always, I couldn't do it without you girls. So, and you know that. Ellie, I hope you just heal this week. Don't do anything else.
Literally.
Exactly. You read my mind. Thank you so much for the lovely birthday wishes, chat. I appreciate it. But yes, no, I think I'm really just gonna keep it really low key and just find, a sense of zen. And then get back to it, because at the moment I'm kind of getting recommendations of what game I should play next, because I'm looking for my next game. I would love to play a new linear game. And then in my own time, I might replay some things, but I think I just need to have that kind of, eventually that'll be fun when I re-pick it up. But for now, just health, happiness, vitamin C.
Live, laugh, lobotomy.
Oh, thank God, yes. Live, laugh, lobotomy.
I got
You.
you. I got you. It's fine. I've been looking at laser cutters, dude. I'll get it engraved. I got you.
Stunning.
Thank you. Doom's concerned now, but that's okay. When is she not concerned?
Shay, I wish you well for your charity
lasers
stream.
Yes, thank you.
And I'm a little bit lost for words now. If you don't donate, she'll give you a lobotomy.
Arguably, I can give you. You can donate, and I can give you a lobotomy. Like realistically, like don't.
You give enough, she'll give you one. That's the reward. That's the gift. What is it? Fundraising.
It's optional. You don't have to take it, but the
I'm here for it. Sign me up.
Yeah.
¿Por qué no los dos?
For me, this week, crawling through term 3 already, convincing teenagers to love science, and apparently it's going to rain in 6 minutes, so it means that I'll be able to go to sleep really nicely with some rain. I don't have a tin roof, but I don't know, it'll go against the window. I don't know. Maybe I'll cry as well, and then like we can map
inside rain. Yeah.
Like an early 2000s music video.
And Okay, fuck you. Thank you so much for actually coming to a live. Yeah, been in and around spaces with you quite a bit. Our show's a little bit different. We don't always interact with the chat, but I appreciate you being here anyway. And the reason for that is because we put this on Spotify, and it kind of doesn't make sense to the people who are listening, but that's okay. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to everyone who has been supporting us this season and before that and in the future. And we will see you all next week for another episode of Confessions of a Gamer Girl podcast. Bye, everyone.
Bye.